Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to JMA for our Division 1 Women's Clash, where Reading Rockets in their last game of the season will face Brent Bulls. Brent Bulls, a team that have had lots of success this season, currently third in the league standings in Division 1, 14 wins and just 4 losses. Meanwhile, Reading Rockets, slightly tougher season, 2 wins and 19 losses, hoping to try and get that number to 3 with a result today. And speaking to some of the players and coaches before the game, you are for sure, you can be certain that the Reading Rockets are up for this one and ready to embrace the challenge and try and put on a really good, strong team performance to finish the season. Brent Bulls, of course, lots of talent in their lineup as we start to see players head to the court. Starters are number 4, Watkins, number 6, Cleary, number 9, Bishop, number 1, Accra, and number 5, Davids. Meanwhile, the Reading Rockets will start with Amber Thompson, Chrissy Karpova, Alicia Guerrero-Rainford, Safi Jarju, and Alana Malone. Head coaches Kenrick Liebert and Joanne Portero-Luque shaking hands before the game starts, as the teams will get ready to tip this one up. And Brent Bulls will get the first possession. Davis gets the mid-range kicks, and Cleary drains a 3 on a court that she is most certainly very used to. A former Reading Rockets player herself, so she will enjoy this away fixture with some former home court advantage helping out. And Karpova drains a 3 from way behind the three-point line to answer back, and we are 3 apiece here. Brent Bulls running pick and roll. Nice little pass to the baseline. Davids kicks to Accra, but can't get the shot to go. And it'll be Jarju coming up with the rebound. Guerrero-Rainford now attack Bishop 1v1. In the end, decides to use the ball screen from Malone. Good switch from Brent Bulls. And Bishop will now defend Thompson. She goes all the way to the rim. Can't get any contact on the rim on that layup though. And Davids will push the pace, goes all the way to the rim in transition. Can't get the shot to go. Jarju comes up with the board. Outlets to Malone. Guerrero-Rainford skips to Karpova. She's just hit one. No good on her second 3-point attempt. Bishops takes a dribble, steps back. Misses the transition 3. There are no live stats available at present, but we will hopefully have those for you post-game. Guerrero-Rainford kicks to Karpova, inside to Malone. Malone passes instead of playing the 1v1 with Cleary, but Thompson gets a 3-point shot, and it's long. Davids stops, kicks. Cleary's just hit one from the left wing. Can't get her second effort to go from that spot. And Rockets come up with a rebound. 3 points apiece. 2 minutes into the first quarter. Jarju. Guerrero-Rainford, she could certainly hit them, and does, as they double their score on the scoreboard. Currently up 6 points to 3, the home side. But Brent Bulls always dangerous, multiple ways of scoring. With Cleary on the elbow. Bishop, open 3, again, can't get it to drop. Davids rebounds, short on the close jump shot. Jarju. Thompson swings to Malone, who swings to Karpova. You can see Brent Bulls looking to switch on the ball screen. We've only got 6 seconds to shoot. Gray Rainford from miles out. Front rim and can't quite get it to drop. Cleary. Lovely little inside look. But Watkins kicks it out, and now we're in a reset possession. Brent Ball's a little bit stagnant on offense, struggling to get a look past the 8-second mark. Bishop just manages to keep that in bounds, and then off balance, hits the corner 3. And we tie this one up. 4 buckets, 4 threes so far in this one. Jarju gets past Watkins. Watkins recovers. Jarju to Thompson. Thompson on the free throw line. Fakes the retreat. Drives. Can't quite get the left hand layup to go. And crew chief Jean-Baptiste Asa calls his first foul of the game. And umpire Scott Yam will manage the free throws as we have 2 shots coming up for Amber Thompson. First one's no good. But second one is. Rockets lead by 1. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Rockets showing a bit of a press. Davis drives and kicks. Bishop just hit one from that spot. Well closed out by Guerrero Rainford. Cleary has come over in front. Again, we see Brent Ball's a little bit stagnant, but they do manage to get a little mid-range look. And Jarju will come up with the rebound off David Smith's mid-range attempt. Amber Thompson. Karpova. Again uses the screen from Malone. Balls continue to switch the pick and roll. Karpova looks to the inside, look for Jarju, decides not to make the pass. Well defended by Brent Balls. Karpova with 3 seconds. Can't get anything to go from deep. Vanessa Accra. Again, they're trying to get the ball inside to Amelia Watkins, but nothing is quite working out on her inside catches as Jarju gets a lovely little left-hand layup off an effective back cut from the top of the 3. Accra can't get anything off the ball screen, so ends up playing 1v1 against Thompson. And there'll be a foul called by umpire Scott Yam. And that will be a first foul on number 4, Amber Thompson. Accra swishes the first. Second shot is good, and that will reduce the gap to 1 point as Rockets look to try and keep up their fast-paced offense, getting a few looks early in transition. Both teams struggling as the shot clock gets to the later stages. And Jarju shrugs off a lot of contact from Cleary and manages to make a left-hand layup. David setting her troops up in an offense. Watkins inside to Cleary, 1v1 against Malone. Nothing but air on her little hook shot, and Karpova will now set the offense up for the Rockets. Malone back cuts all the way to the rim and smokes the open layup. So Rockets lead 11-8. Cleary. Accra back into Cleary and blocks from Malone. Manages to get a hand on top of the ball from behind. And gets stripped down the other end, but Thompson comes up with the loose change. Where Rainford looks to reject the ball screen. Keeps her dribble alive. Can't get the right hand finish to go. Coach Vittorio Luque wants a foul. Nothing called, and in the end, Eleanor Bishop will go down the other end and make an open layup of her own. Thompson. Bishop putting on the pressure on a dead ball situation, and it's going to be a jump ball called now. And the arrow is in favour of the home side, so it'll be a Reading Rockets ball on the right sideline. So of course the women playing here at JMA, whilst the men's side are currently away to Bradford. Currently winning at the end of the first quarter 34-22, so high scoring game up north as Rockets extend their lead to 3. Lovely little inside pass from Accra. Ball kicked out by Watkins and it's missed by David. She's struggling to get her shots to go. Amber Thompson at the top. Drives wide open left-hand layup. She won't miss that one. It's a 5-point lead. Brent Bulls must be considering a timeout here. Down 5 early. Struggling to get looks to go as David misses one right by the rim. But Rockets don't quite scramble the right way. And Amber Thompson will pick up her second personal foul. And Rockets just did a great job of contesting the first layup. But then on their scramble, didn't match up quite right. And Amber Thompson, as a result of her second personal foul, will be subbed for her older sister, Mia. So Mia Thompson, the first sub in the game for the Reading Rockets. Meanwhile, number 2, Imogen Yaud, and number 10, Saruna Gudza, will both come in for Brent Bulls, as Accra and Watkins will take a rest, of course. Brent Bulls, due to injury, recently have been missing the services of Imogen Yaud. Apologies, Judith Fritz. Apologies. Judith Fritz currently suffering from injury, so not here today or at the last few games. As Goodser just goes right through the chest. Of Alana Malone, but no foul called. And then Rockets can't get anything to go on the shot attempt. Cleary, open 3, again, nothing good for them recently, missing lots of shots, and Rockets trying their best to force Brent Bulls into a timeout, but nothing called just yet, so chance Rockets try and extend their lead, and there'll be a foul now on number 5, Rocky Davids, who just got caught reaching on Malone's pivot. So Rockets will execute their sideline out of bounds. And Karpova can't quite get that catch. And it was touched by Goodser onto the fingertips of Karpova. So the ball will go back to Brent Bulls. Cleary. Bishop kicks back to Cleary. Cleary steps through and lovely little step through, gives her a wide open right hand layup. Jarju, seeing her recently taking on more responsibility, bringing the ball up and acting as that point forward position sometimes for the Reading Rockets. Player that covers probably all positions during the game. And Saruna Gudza gets called for a foul. And we'll definitely have another look at that one. See the replay on your screen. Guerrero Rainford gets lots of contact, manages to scoop the ball and spin it high off the backboard. And gets her right hand layup to go. So 17-12, the scoreboard is in favour of the Reading Rockets. Great first quarter for them, and Brent Bulls struggling to get the looks that they'd like on the offensive end. Rockets just putting a little bit of full court pressure on just to try and take some time off the shot clock, but Imogen Yaud will shoot an early corner 3. Ball goes long on her attempt. Mia Thompson gets the ball over the half with 1 second to spare. And then gets loose on the left-hand dribble. And it's a turnover. Brent Bulls in transition. And a foul called. And Saruna Gudza, who gave up the and 1 on the defensive end, goes and gets that right back. Managing to get a bit of contact on her way up. On the finish, she'll get the basket and one more to have a go at on the free throw line as Safi Jarju will take a rest, and for the first time today, young star Millie Day will enter the game. Of course, her and Tanya Dillon, the two JMA and under 18 athletes that also play up in the Division 1 side. Tanya Dillon currently out suffering from injury, as is Jay Blackburn, who you'll see both of those at the top of your screen on the bench for the Reading Rockets. Mia Thompson tries a Euro step and on the contact just falls off balance and scoops the ball out of bounds. So David's with a chance to set up the offense. She's signalled a handoff and Millie Day gets caught sleeping, and it'll be a left hand open layup as a response for Brent Bulls. Graham Rainford, only 15 seconds left on the game clock, so shot clock's turned off. Rockets only have a lead of 1 now. They'll want to try and make sure they finish this first quarter up against a team that's done really well results-wise, and Guerrero Rainford attacks the baseline, manages to get the reverse layup to go, and Brent Bulls just fall asleep on the game clock, and with a couple of seconds left don't realise time's running out, and that'll be the end of the first quarter with no shot attempt taken from the Bulls. So we have no live stats available just yet, but what we can tell you is the team fouls are 3 each. And Reading Rockets currently leading 20 points to 17. Bulls making a short run at the end of the first quarter, but Rockets managing to hold on to their lead. And we saw that nice little layup at the end from Guerrero Rainford, making it a 3-point game. So advantage Reading Rockets, but Brent Bulls and all their firepower, certainly a team that can have a big quarter at any point. We know Reading Rockets are a team that likes to run a bit of a zone, and we've seen some full court zoning, but in the half court, Coach Terry Luque will be keeping that half court 3-2 zone up his sleeve, ready to use when he feels best. Brent Bulls maybe will want to chuck out a couple of different coverages and maybe some different defensive ideas to try and force Rockets into a few empty possessions. Plenty of support for the Reading Rockets' last Division 1 home game up at the balcony. Players from under 18s, under 16s, under 14s, under 12s and under 10s all supporting from the balcony on the girls' side. Thriving girls program that is always enjoying supporting their role models in the Division 1 side. Team that will look to compete well in Division 2 next season. Lots of young players coming up into the under 18 and academy sides. Be looking for their opportunity to compete in some senior level basketball. And as we had that jump ball in the first quarter, it'll be Brent Bulls to start the second quarter. And shot is no good from Goodson. Might be a bit of a block. Up over, gets out of transition and manages to make it a 2-possession lead. And Rockets are really enjoying this one. And Cleary goes straight into Guerrero Rainford. I'm really not sure. John Baptiste Asa looks like he's called a blocking foul. Coach Terry Luque perplexed as to what that call was for. Guerrero Rainford looked pretty set in her stance, but clearly crew chief feels that there was some illegal contact involved. So Cleary will get 2 shots at line. She makes her first one. And gets the second one to go as well. Mia Thompson tries to make a quick touch pass to Safi Jarju, but with a loose pass for another turnover for her. Cleary misses her little drive, starting from the mid-post. Jarju screens for Karpova. Lovely pass to Jarju. She'll get contact from Cleary. That is a great find from captain Chrissy Karpova, and Jarju will get a chance to shoot 2 from the stripe. So it is a 3-point game after that last missed free throw attempt. And Cleary just 2 hands, gets up quick. Manages to get the ball up off that grass. Gets the layup to go. It's only 1 second left again for Rockets to get the ball over, but they do, and they're trying to extend again their 1-point lead. Jarju can't get the left hand finish to go, so Brent Balls will look to get out in transition, but Day with a great steal takes the ball away from the cutting Cleary, goes all the way, draws contact, and 2 shots at the line. And that's another foul on Saruna Gudza. And back in will come Watkins and Vanessa Accra. And Davids and Bishop will grab a quick breather whilst Day tries to get her first couple of points on the board. Misses the first. Of course, Day not available for selection in their last fixture for Division 1 Women against City of London Academy. And so she is coming back for her first fixture in a couple of weeks. But a player that makes such a big impact for her team. And Jarju just gets caught sleeping and just bounces the ball after already picking up her dribble. And that will make it a double dribble and a chance here for Brent Balls to try and push themselves into the lead, currently down by 1. Not a lot of movement in their offense, and that will result in a missed 3 ball, but a second chance opportunity won't go for Gudza after a good rebound from Cleary. And an offensive foul called on Chrissy Karpova, so the ball will go back in favour of the Brent Bulls. And we will have our first timeout of the game. It'll be Coach Luque who will call the first 1-minute break. And he'll just want to be going over, getting back to reducing their turnovers and just cleaning up their offense a little bit. Meanwhile, Brent Bulls will just be talking about trying to get a little bit more movement in their offense, create a couple of easier looks. Team that, of course, can really score the ball, but shooting a few early threes, and that's all right when they're dropping, but they can't quite get them to go at the minute, so they might look to do something a little bit different. So because of that offensive foul, the ball will go back to Brent when they come out of their timeout. And we'll see Day, Grower Rainford, Karpova, Jarju, and Mia Thompson coming back on court after the timeout. So no changes for them. And Amber Thompson just being rested while she's on 2 personal fouls. And again, Brent Bulls can't quite get their looks to go. It's Vanessa Accra misses right by the rim. Day looks to swing step. And she just shuffles her feet after taking the contact. And gets called for a walk. And it's an easy layup for the Brent Bulls. And they have their first lead of the game. They lead 23-22. Cleary drives, spins, and backboard first from Watkins, but gets her own board. Kicks the ball out to Yaud. Goodzer fakes the shot, drives, gets contact from Mia Thompson. And both referees agree on the foul call. And that'll be a first personal foul on Mia Thompson. Meanwhile, as Reading Rockets Division 1 men's side closing in on the end of the first half. Currently up by 15 points with 1 minute 17 seconds remaining, 53-38. Mitch Clark having a huge first half, currently on 22 points with still 21 and almost a half minutes remaining in that one. So lots of exciting action going on over in Bradford, who also play tomorrow against the Essex Rebels. So a 3-point lead for Brent Bulls. Day with Cleary. This time not a switch from Brent Bulls. They'll squeeze the screen and go underneath. And Thompson can't get the layup to go. Cleary pushes the ball in transition, stops, passes. And again, Brent Bulls missing quite a few layups in this one, and they'll want to really start getting those to go in the second half if they're going to push on their lead. And Karpova shoots straight but a little bit long, can't get her look to go. Watkins, wide open corner, mid-range is no good for Accra. Guerrero Rainford with Cleary defending her. Day cuts through. Karpova used screen from Jarju. Looks to go inside, but Jarju just rolled off the opposite shoulder and couldn't see the pass coming her way. And Jarju will now take a rest for Malone, and for the first time today, we will see Ariadna Camacho come into the game, and Kanisha White will enter for the first time as well. Here is White. Can't quite pull it away to the rim, but gets a board and gets an easy little push-up layup. And that's 2 points onto her scoring total, almost instantly added, along with an offensive rebound. 5.5 minutes left in this first half. Guerrero Rainford can't get the layup. Accra skips it. Camacho to Davids. Davids, a big air ball on her attempted baseline floater. Looks like she felt there was a lot of contact, but referees disagree. Down the other end, Kanisha White will pick up her first foul and give Alana Malone a chance to shoot 2 from the line. And whilst that's going on, we can have a look at some other scores from around the Division 1 league. And Tracy Adegoke will also come in for Millie Day whilst I have a look at those. So Kohler, of course, beating Manchester Mystics today by 11. Kola continuing to impress, and they'll enjoy that win after Mystics managed to advance to the final of the WNBL, beating Kola in the WNBL semi-final, and Ipswich, also WNBL finalists, away to Loughborough Riders today, winning by 10 in that fixture. And Malone gets her foul shots to drop. 3-point game, 5 minutes left. Brent Bulls. Davids loses it, and a foul called, and that is on number 5. Rocky Davids, head coach Kevin Lamar, not overly happy about it. So again, just whilst referees and coach have a conversation, you can see there Mia Thompson just about to have possession, and Davids runs into the side of her. So a fair call from umpire Scott Yam. Adegoke. Good strong pivot, own space. Graham Rainford. Malone trying to post up. Lana Malone does post up. Falls short on her post up attempt. Watkins just about manages to regain a dribble, and Camacho will drive, kick, and bang! Corner 3 is good. I haven't seen one of those for a while from Brent Bulls, but Davids does get this one to drop. And she'll enjoy seeing that one sink through the net. Malone gets her little layup to go, and we're back to a 3-point game. However, it is in favour of the team with possession of the ball. Away side Brent Bulls. Davis just hit one, wide open. Rockets managing to force ball inside, and a good move inside from Kenesha White, and Tracy Adegoke gets caught behind, and that'll be a foul on her. And timeout called. Reading Rockets. Brent Bulls not yet used one in this first half, but Terry Luque having used both in the second to try and find a way to get this lead back. They were up a good little margin in the first quarter, but a stronger, more impressive second quarter from the Brent Bulls has seen them take the lead and hold it. And while this conversation between coaches and players goes on, we'll continue to have a little look at scores around the league. Barking Abbey falling 3 points short to Bristol Flyers in their home fixture today, up at half-time, but a good third quarter from the Flyers, holding Barking Abbey to just 8 points, help them navigate a big recovery and get a 3-point win on the buzzer. Worcester Wolves also in a close one, managing to win away to Anglia Ruskin, 72-71 to the away side in that fixture. And of course tomorrow Brent Bulls back in action at home to Barking Abbey, and London Cavaliers will host the Bristol Academy Flyers. And as you can see, another new addition to our media team, as we have a graphic for you in the bottom left of your screen. Myself commentating for you, Charlie Haynes, and of course Logan and Alan Parker running our setup here at the John Majeski Academy. Continuing to do great work to get our Division 1 women's side the best possible coverage week after week. Kenesha White makes the first, and the second foul shot is good as well. So coming out of the timeout, that one possession lead advances to 2 possessions, 31-26 lead for the Brent Bulls. Kenesha White having an instant impact after entering the game for the first time in the second quarter. And a bigger lineup here from Brent Bulls, showing their strength as Rocky Davids makes an and one and lets Alana Malone know about it afterwards. And she'll get a chance to convert a 3-point play. She'll go to the free throw line for an opportunity, and Alana Malone will have to come out, and Safi Jarju back in, and similarly Amelia Watkins will come out, and Lindsay Cleary will enter back into the game. As we said, a former Reading Rocket, and a few players here in attendance supporting the Reading Rockets will also be happy to see Lindsay Cleary here as their former under-12 girls coach. Brent Ball showing 2-3 zone, and that will force a mistake. Safi Jarju loose on the pass to Tracy Adegoke. Brent Balls will have to inbound from the baseline. 8-point lead for Brent Balls. They've done really well in this second quarter. Kanisha White will just put Mia Thompson to the floor. And now we'll shoot a mid-range. Can't get it to go. And again, Brent Balls getting after the offensive rebounds in this second quarter. High post catch for Jarju, will pass to the baseline. Look of Tracy Adegoke. Great Renford catch on the rim, kicks to shooter Mia Thompson, can't get anything but air on her attempt. And that air ball will go out of bounds. And Brent Balls will get a chance again to extend their lead, but this time to a double-digit margin if they can get a shot to go. Rockets sticking with a zone of their own, 3-2 for them. And an offensive foul called on Kanisha White, who just drops the shoulder into the chest of Mia Thompson. And that'll be a Reading Rockets ball for the offensive foul. Both teams in team fouls, but as that is an offensive foul, no free throws will be given. And Kopova misses everything on her three-point attempt, but Mia Thompson comes up with it. Greer Rainford fakes the three, drives, goes all the way to the bucket. Can't get a little shot to go, but does get an offensive rebound. Kopova back to Greer Rainford. She'll shoot it. No good, and Mia Thompson with her second offensive rebound since Rockets have had control of the ball. Greer Rainford just spins and manages to get that little shot under the arm of the defensive player to go. 6-point game now. Camacho to Davids. Davids trying to control the pace, possession after possession. Steps into the mid-range, didn't fancy the open three, and is off on her attempt. Thompson, long again on her attempt. And now we will have the first timeout of the game for Brent Balls. 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining. Coach wanting to come up with a game plan to finish the last minute and 20. I expect them to maybe slow the pace and try and just confirm their lead going into halftime. Make sure they don't have any turnovers or give any transition opportunities to Rockets. They want to make sure at halftime they go in. They've got a 6-point lead at the minute, and they want to keep that lead. Keep that lead to try and keep that, or make sure that halftime team talk is positive and look to try and extend that. It's a big second quarter for them, currently winning this one by 9 points. Meanwhile, Porterio Luque might try and come up with something a little bit different for this last minute 20, and can he try and force a couple of mistakes from Brent Balls and get a couple of steals and transition opportunities and get themselves some easy looks? Brent Balls do have an opportunity to really come out and be aggressive here, but with both teams in 5 team fouls, you don't want to try and give away too many easy looks and let teams get shots, easy shots, for little boosters to add to their advantage or reduce the deficit with a couple of free throws on some loose fouls. So Camacho will bring the ball up. Brent Ball's in 5 out, and Liver probably just talking about a zone offense. So Rockets come back out in a man-to-man to try and disrupt the timeout. Called, and that'll be an offensive foul from Lindsay Cleary for dropping the shoulder into the chest. And again, it's an offensive foul, so it will be no shots for Reading Rockets, but it will give them the possession and take away a shooting opportunity for the Bulls. Karpova from deep. Oh, looked good, but just hits the inside of the back rim. Goes long. Eleanor Bishop, we haven't seen her for a while, back in the game. Camacho can't get the 3 to go. And Karpova will come up with a rebound. 43 seconds on the game clock. Rockets, I want to try and get at least one more look through the net, just to reduce this gap as best they can. Thompson drives, spins. Adegoke gets trapped. Thompson shoots the 3, no good. And with 24 seconds left, Karpova gets the rebound, and Tracy Adegoke will get a shot to go. So 4-point difference. Brent Bulls for a chance to slow possession and try and take the last shot. Macho, 10 seconds left. Bulls will now look to try and score. Now the clock's nearing the end of the first half. David's front rim backboard out. 1 second to go. And it will be a 4-point lead for Wayside Brent Bulls going into halftime. So whilst Rockets didn't let go of that 3-point lead, and Brent Bulls managed to win the second quarter by 7, it will still be a positive talk for both sides. Coach Rotero talking about how they can try and get another run going to try and get themselves back in front midway or towards the end of the third quarter. And Henrik Liebert not overly thrilled with some of the calls, talking to crew chief Baptiste Esser and umpire Yam. And you've got some highlights on screen for you for the first half, as we will now take a short break and see you all back here ready to go in about 8 minutes time.
saying when I voiced over this is a time issue. Yeah. You just feel that he was hard and aggressive, but because she didn't drive that gap, and Zeus ended up playing where there isn't defence. So it's complex. There you go. I'll show you that video. That's the flavor page. And that's the under 18s. It's fun. Doing it and seeing it. Doing it and seeing it. Yeah. This one? Doing it. But make sure I show you that at the end. It's good. I'm ready.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what's about to be second half action here at the John Matesi Academy. Charlie Haynes commentating and the Parker family, no problem, on camera, and all of the many complex pieces of equipment that I will never understand. But that's why there are much more intelligent people than me doing this stuff. So let's have a look at who is entering the game. We have Vanessa Accra, Amelia Millie Watkins, Lindsay Cleary, Eleanor Bishop, and Rocky Davids. And for the Rockets, trying to get their lead back will be Guerrero Rainford, Mia Thompson, Chrissy Karpova, Tracy Adegoke will continue her run on court, and Safi Jarju will also be in the game. So some firepower power on the bench for Rockets with Day Amber Thompson and Malone all ready to go on there. So you can see a nice new camera angle for you there. You can see below the balcony, which is something that even I can't do from the commentary position. Brent balls back into man. Guerrero Rainford goes all the way and can't get the friendly roll. And Brent Balls will get off to a good start, getting their little layup. Karpova, Adegoke. Adegoke sends Guerrero Rainford through, plays pick and roll with Karpova. Adegoke will now play 1v1 against Bishop and gets the floater to go. Lovely little high finish, great soft touch from Adegoke, and Rockets in their man-to-man. Brent Balls did have a chance, had a player wide open as Rockets didn't quite scramble to it, match up the right way, but it didn't matter because Davids will make the mid-range shot. Either way, Guerrero Rainford gets the foul and one. And foul is on number 6, Lindsay Cleary. And we will definitely take another look at that one. You've seen it on your screen. Brent Ball's really not happy with the call, but the call has been made nonetheless. And it is a chance to get 3 points added on to the scoreboard. She made that layup too, and now one more is good. So it is a one possession game. Rockets down by 3. Brent Balls will want to continue their scoring run here in the third quarter. Cleary rolls, looks to post up Mia Thompson, kicks the ball out to Davids, saves the ball, but the ball bounced in the backcourt. And it'll be a Reading Rockets ball as a result in the front court, and that means they'll only get 14 seconds. And Guerrero Rainford tried to get the scoop finish, but couldn't quite get that one to drop. But Eleanor Bishop, who can certainly shoot those, misses the open 3, but that's a shot she will not be looking to pass up too often. Really good shooter. Adegoke, Jarju just misses the left-hand finish, and Bishop will bring the ball up for the Bulls. Drives left, kicks, Davids. Drives, steps through. And the Bishop misses the three. Mia Thompson with the rebound. Karpova looked to push the pace. Jarju did run ahead, but Amelia Watkins managed to get back in time, and so Karpova decided to slow the ball down. And now with Brent Bulls back in their zone, Jarju will get a wide open mid-range. Can't get it to drop. Bulls. Accra. Watkins skips the Bishop, wide open. Pump fakes, drives, kicks. Accra can't get the shot to go. Gets her own rebound. Misses. Watkins misses but draws the foul, and the foul is called on Karpova. So Watkins hustling her way to a couple of rebounds and will get rewarded with 2 shots at the line as a result. Goes 1 from 2. 39-35 advantage to the away side as they will stick with their 2-3 zone. Jarju getting lots of high post catches. Rockets just need to try and convert from them. A 3-point shot is way too long from Guerrero Rainford. Davids drives and kicks. Thompson to Karpova. Karpova pushes the ball ahead to Guerrero Rainford, decides not to shoot, drives back to Karpova. She'll shoot it. And again, too long. He gets nothing but backboard. And Mia Thompson has been signalled for a flop warning. And Guerrero Rainford will steal the ball from Davids and gets the left hand finish. And it is a 2-point game. Cleary. Gets fouled by 15 Adegoke, and that'll be a chance for her to make a 3-point play as she managed to drop the layup. Cleary. Gets her shot to go. Bulls managing to keep up good level of scoring without the services of Judith Fritz. Davids. And nothing but strings from Eleanor Bishop. She hits her corner 3 ball. Rockets struggling against the zone. Getting looks from the 3-point line, but struggling to get them to go, so inside looks needed. Three ball can't be answered with a 3 of Chrissy Karpova herself, and then a foul called on Tracy Adegoke, and she will take a breather as she advances to her 3rd personal foul, and in will come youngster Millie Day. Rockets showing 3-2 zone. No, it looks like they're actually in a man. Cleary, quick release on the mid-range, and that is a distance from the rim she doesn't miss from too often. Guerrero Rainford looks to attack from the mid-post. Millie Day wide open from three. Misses left. Accra. And defensive rebound for Day off the missed mid-range attempt from Brent Balls. And the ball goes out of bounds. Tipped out by some aggressive defense, so it will be a Rocket sideline inbound. And Guerrero Rainford just catches and shoots. Not enough ball pressure from the Bulls, and that'll be another May 3. I think the first of the half for the Reading Rockets. And if they can start getting a few of them to drop, they'll all of a sudden find themselves in a better position on the scoreboard, I'm sure. And Cleary manages to get an inside look against Millie Day. Up over to Millie Day, to Guerrero Rainford, drives. Day shoots the three, no good. Big rebound from Vanessa Accra, takes it away from the charging Mia Thompson. And that'll be a sub for the Rockets. And Millie Day comes straight back out. Cleary steals the ball. And Mia Thompson with a great steal, 2v1 with Guerrero Rainford. Fakes the pass and misses the right-hand layup on the left side of the basket. Davids, Cleary, she already made a couple from there and she's just finding her range now. And that is a double-digit lead for the Brent Bulls. 51-40, they're up by 11 as scoring slows right down for the Rockets. Jarger inside look to Malone. Malone kicks to Thompson. Rockets need these to go, and it does. 8-point gap now. Mia Thompson hits Rockets' second three of the second half. 2 minutes, 38 seconds to play in the third quarter, and be another turnover from the Brent Bulls, another steal for the Reading Rockets. Rainford to Mia Thompson, just a couple of steps inside the three-point line, decides to catch and shoot. Can't get it to drop. Oh, and that'll be an offensive foul on Watkins, who just leant into her screen a little bit too much. Go back to Reading Rockets, and it'll be a timeout as well for the Reading Rockets. That's only the first team foul of the game for Brent, or of the second half for the Brent Bulls, so they've got plenty to give. Rockets meanwhile on 4, so any further defensive or loose ball fouls will result in foul shots for Brent Bulls. Meanwhile, quick update on our men's Division 1 side. Currently end of the third quarter up in Bradford, and the Reading Rockets leading 84-61. So a 23-point advantage over there. Mitch Clark leading all scorers with 27. Jordan Whelan doing his best to charge the fight back with 19 points of his own for the Dragons. So of course a win here for Brent Bulls, just trying to further solidify their position in the league, looking like they're going to finish in the third place spot. Anglia Ruskin University right on their tails. Obviously a loss for them today means they're 13-8. Brent Bulls 14 wins. So only one more win than Anglia Ruskin, but 4 less losses. They're 14-4, so a win here would almost guarantee them that third place spot, and there's nothing stopping them from getting up to second or first. However, of course, a tough ask with Kohler and Ipswich both getting good results today as well. And Guerrera Rainford just banks one in from the left wing, and it's only a 5-point game. Reading Rockets have hit a couple of threes in the second half of this third quarter. It's a mid-range look for Brent Bulls that will be causing concern for Patero Luque, but Accra will try and answer with a three of her own, and again shoot straight but off the front rim. Karpova. Thompson gives it back to Karpova, misses the three. And there's been a foul called on Lindsay Cleary. Accused of pushing on her box out. And so it'll be a baseline ball for the Reading Rockets. So 2-3 zone for Brent Bulls on the inbound, and 3-point shots off. Jarju gets the rebound from Mia Thompson misses. Amber Thompson drives and with the left hand finishes off the backboard. And it is only now a 3-point game with 1 minute left in the third. As after a really good start from Brent Bulls in the second half, Rockets have now actually put themselves ahead in the quarter scores, and they're only down by 1 as they are winning the third quarter. By a good little margin. Davids, and what a finish that is. Underhand scoop. And the team foul's been corrected on the scoreboard. It's actually 3 fouls each now rather than 4-2. Amber Thompson drives left, stops to Jarju. Guerrero Rainford. And all of a sudden, Brent Bulls back in their man-to-man, trying to stop any 3-point shots. And Guerrero Rainford goes all the way to the rim. And gets the 2-point look. So with back-to-back layups between the two sides, it's still a 1-point game. Imogen Yao misses, and Jarju has the rebound, but Accra comes up with it, tips out of bounds. And it's a Reading Rockets ball as Thompson and Accra go flying into the wall. With 1.3 seconds left, there'll be a sub for Rockets. 1.3 seconds left. So the two options here for Rockets: to send it long or to just heave it, and Brent Bulls deciding to full court press. Day has to take a bounce and pull it. And it is end of the third quarter. Reading Rockets with a great comeback. They were down by 11 at one point in the third quarter, and going on a 10-point lead in the last 4 minutes of that one. They are now down by just 1, and the scoreboard suggests that Brent Bulls are favourites in this fourth quarter, but momentum suggests the Reading Rockets. So, questions for both coaches to answer in terms of man or zone, and what type of lineup will we see Brent Bulls come out with. I'm sure will determine on whether they are planning a man-to-man strategy or a zone strategy. And referees, of course, also get a chance in these timeouts. You can see them in discussion in the top middle of your screen, just talking about what to look out for in this fourth quarter, what they've seen so far. Just making sure they are on the same page as Watkins, Yaud, White, Gutsa, and Davids will start the fourth quarter, as will Amber and Mia Thompson. Millie Day Safi Jarju and Alana Malone. So Karpova and Guerrero Rainford both being sat to start the fourth. So must be a tactical decision, or maybe planning to play them for long minutes to end the fourth quarter. So give them a quick rest to keep them fresh for a close game at the end. But that layup from the Brent Bulls gives them a little bit more comfort with a 3-point lead. And Jarju will pass to Day. Day fakes the three, drives left, kicks. Amber Thompson hits the side of the backboard on her 3-point attempt. Yaud misses the three, and it'll be a Rockets ball being tipped out by Watkins on the rebound. Day to Thompson. Jarju. Thompson. And gets her floater to go. 54 points on the scoreboard for the Rockets, and Brent Bulls at 55. We could have a really good, exciting finish here to end the Reading Rockets Division 1 season. Malone comes up with it. Day. Jarju. Jarju. No good from the free throw line strike on a little mid-range catch and shoot. Good passes to Davids, comes off the pick and roll from Watkins and gets that elbow jump shot in off the backboard. Day. Malone. Jarju, beautiful zone basketball. Lovely little zone offense. Finding the exact look they wanted. And Rockets managing to keep their scoreboard ticking over, so a couple of stops and a couple of scores. Good for them. Brent Bulls doing a good job themselves of trying to get looks at the rim. And they are getting shots to drop. Just need a couple of stops of their own. And the foul will be called on Lana Malone, and that should be on the floor, so it should mean baseline ball for the Brent Bulls. And referees decide 2 shots. And it looked to me like that should have been on the floor, but referees, and I think Coach Vittorio Luque saying the same thing, but referees felt it was 2 shots. So it'll be a couple of looks at the line for Kanisha White. After making the first, White with a chance to get the second to go, and no good, so Brent Bulls continue with a 2-point lead. Amber Thompson crosses over, gets over the half, good screen from Malone. Loose pass for Jarju, but she still manages to come up with it. Day cuts, but not open. Amber Thompson hits Jarju at the high post. Hits to Day. Day will play 1v1, and can't quite get the inside hand finish. And will then steal the ball back. Day forces the pass. Davids with a good steal. Bishop, no good from the corner. And Davids will get tangled up with Malone, and that will be a jump ball. Jump ball is in favour of the Reading Rockets, so it'll be a Reading Rockets ball. And next time we see that jump ball sign come up with 2 thumbs up in the sky, it will go back to the Brent Bulls. Jarju comes and collects, looks to push the pace, gets past Watkins, and again just trying to be too cute at the end. Thankfully for the Rockets, and unfortunately for the Bulls, Vanessa Ackford, just after a good steal, accidentally puts her foot out of bounds. So it's baseline ball for the Rockets, a chance to run with their sets. Rhea Rainford was open in the corner, but Dayfelt didn't have a line of pass. Watkins then steals the ball to Jarju. It's a missed look from Gudza. Another turnover for Rockets, and this is lots of loose possessions in a row for Reading. Still have timeouts available, decide not to call one just yet. The deficit is only at 4. Jarju screens, rescreens. Greer Rainford plays 1v1 with Watkins, goes all the way and scoops. And if that isn't some nice footwork, I don't know what is. 2-point game. Davis to Watkins to Gudza, drives, tries to force one up with right hand, hits the side of the backboard. Greer Rainford. Amber Thompson. Safi Jarju wide open, can't get the short one to drop. And it's an easy layup for Watkins. So this lead staying around that 2 to 4 point range. And Greer Rainford takes the contact, misses, gets her own rebound. Safi Jarju for 3, no good. And the Bishop comes up with it. Brent Ball's doing a good job pushing the pace. Rockets struggling to get back in transition. Last couple of possessions been good looks for the Brent Bulls as a result. And the Bishop for 3, no good. Watkins comes up with it. Davids reset the possession. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Uses the screen from Watkins. Stops, pivots, passes inside. Alana Malone, active hand, steals the ball. Jarju gives it up to Greer Rainford, who passes ahead to Amber Thompson. Amber Thompson gets blocked on her layup attempt. And the Bishop decides to dribble the ball out. Hits Davis, lovely unselfish pass from her. Gudza makes the layup, and with the lead getting to 6, Reading Rockets head coach Botero Luque decides to call a timeout and just try and make sure his troops are ready to manage the last 4.5 minutes as well as possible. Team fouls, 1 for Reading Rockets and 0 for the Brent Bulls. It's been awesome to have some of you join us on stream today. Let's go Rockets from under 14 girls head coach Ricardo Sullivan Perez jumping in the comments. Hope you're enjoying it, Ricardo. Under 14 girls have their last game of the season next week at home against Endeavour Ipswich Basketball Club. Team that's had some good results this season. Have a little look at how some of the junior girls teams are doing when we have an opportunity in our next timeout. But for now, we're back on court, back in action. Greer Rainford inbounding to Karpova. Day. Malone. Greer Rainford drives, gets it stolen but gets it back. Millie Day wide open for 3. Bang! 3-point shot is good. 61-64. Brent Bulls lead by 3. Davids fakes the handoff to Cleary. Contact called on Jarju. David to get a shot to shoot 2 from the line. And Davids drops both free throw shots to get their lead up to 5. Always nice when you're in the lead to be up at least 2 possessions. So Rockets need to make at least 2 baskets to get this game tied up. And the Bishop, good active hands, help start the fast break for the Brent Bulls. Guza passes to Accra to Davids. Cleary mid-range from the left corner. That's a big shot to get the lead up to 7. Forget 2 possession advantages. Brent Bulls 3 possessions to the good now. Day stops, pivots, gets the ball stripped. Accra. Davids. And Karpova gets the rebound, gets thrown to the floor, but no foul called. Millie Day will now try and get some contact from Cleary, but Cleary sits off her and Day misses the wide open layup. And then turns the ball over, passing it to Ella Bishop, so a couple of loose mistakes from her, and Rocket starting to look a little bit leggy here. Struggling to get back in transition, so might be that another timeout will be needed shortly. That'll be a 3rd team foul for Rockets as Day picks one up, and Mia Thompson will come in and give Day a rest. Looks a bit fatigued after her run on court. And we have a timeout from the Brent Bulls. So as promised, a chance to look at how some of our Rockets junior girls teams are doing. Of course, the under-10 girls doing a great job in their Central Venue League this season and doing a great job in practice all season, getting some competitive games, getting a win to their name as well, and enjoying some competitive basketball this season. Under 12 girls in their National League group, currently sitting at 2nd, and they will play their final game of the season next week against the 3rd place side MK Breakers. The under 14 girls who are competing in the Southern Premier with a good season sitting in 6th, who compete against the 5th seed spot, Endeavour Ipswich Basketball Club, and JMA Ready Rockets with lots to be proud of in their season. Meanwhile, under 16 girls with a chance to get promoted in playoffs coming up next month as they go undefeated in the South Conference, 14 wins and 0 losses. And likewise in playoffs, the under 18 women side currently sat in 3rd, guaranteed to finish in the top 4, and will travel up north in a quarter-final next month. Winner of that quarter-final going to the Final Fours event in Manchester. Now 2.5 minutes left. Brent Bulls with possession. Rockets sticking with their man-to-man coverage. They've had success in it this game, done well to keep this game close, and Lindsay Cleary will put the ball out of bounds, and Reading Rockets will get a chance to earn themselves a look down the other end. Up over 4 seconds to get over, does. Malone screens. Up over to Malone. Takes a bounce, probably didn't need to, probably could have gone straight up with a couple of steps. And Brent Bulls make a big shot to get the lead to 10. Mia Thompson hands off with Jarju. Up over. Malone. Drive, stops, spins on the pivot. Mia Thompson, mid-range shot, back rim, and out. 84 seconds left of the Division 1 Reading Rockets season. 10-point gap. They'll want to give this everything to try and finish their season playing as competitively as possible, and Guerrero Rainford gets caught reaching, and Lindsay Cleary will get a chance to shoot 2 shots from the foul line. And Coach Liebert will call his second timeout. Which will give us a chance to have a quick check of how the Division 1 men's side got on in Bradford. Final score is in 106-77 win for the Reading Rockets. Scorers led with 27 points from Mitch Clark, joined in with 15 points from Victor Lorraine and 16 points from Justin Hopkins. Isaac Spurrier from the JMA EABL Academy side with 6 points and 3 rebounds to go with 0 turnovers, so a positive outing from him. And Bradford with a resilient effort to try and claw their way back, but all 4 quarters in the end won by the Reading Rockets, giving them their 29-point victory. And I'm sure that'll be an enjoyable bus journey home for the supporters that went up with them. Brent balls. Baseline out of bounds into Accra. Accra can't get her little hook shot to go. But Guzman says, don't worry about it. Oh, shoot this 3 instead and lace it through the strings. Kopova. Rockets do manage to get a shot off Yowd. Accra will play 1v1 against Guerrero Rainford, and Jarju comes up with a steal. 40 seconds left on the game clock. Malone can't get her layup to go, and Mia Thompson gets caught reaching, and that'll be a 5th team foul for the Reading Rockets, and so 2 shots will come next for the Brent Bulls. 5 team fouls to Rockets, 0 team fouls to the Brent Bulls in this 4th quarter. So if Cleary can get the second shot to go, that will boost their lead up to 12, and it's good. So 75-63. Rainford pass their head to Kopova. Women's side for the Rockets as Kopova gets her left-hand layup to go with lots of good results this year. Even in the losses, it was close losses for a large stretch of the season. But unfortunately for them, in their last home game in Division 1 in the 24-25 season, they are going to fall just short as you will hear the young Rocketeers chanting down the time left on the clock, and that is going to be all she wrote for this one. A good performance from the Reading Rockets, but slightly better performance from the Brent Bulls. Gives the Brent Bulls a 10-point victory. Reading Rockets 65 and the Brent Bulls 75. That'll be all your coverage this season for the Division 1 women. It's been awesome to have you join us on stream and on YouTube post games. Big thank you to our stream team for all they have done this season to provide the best possible coverage to you all. And we hope you've really enjoyed joining us for all of the games that we've had here at John JC Academy and Loddon Valley, as well as all those games you would have seen on stream for the away fixtures that Division 1 women's side have had. Great resilient effort from them, and have been great role models all season for our youngsters. So big thank you to you all, and a big thank you to our Reading Rockets women's team on the competitiveness they've shown this season. Thank you all, and we'll see you next season.